Okay, welcome back. Last time we continued to train Birdramon, and then we actually had the mirror match, where we went back to Great Canyon and basically had the Birdramon mirror match, which we did manage to win, which is very good for me, because Birdramon then came to join the city. So we now have access to Birdra Transport, which is basically the game's fast travel service, and I'm quite happy about having access to that. However, I do need to do a couple of things in the game today, before I actually head on out to Freezeland, which is the main goal for today's episode. But before I do any of that, I pretty much need to do something in the town during the day, so rather than just kind of sitting around waiting, I figured it would be a good time to just do a little bit more stat training, because realistically, I'm going to need better stats, because to be totally honest, I will go to Freezeland and more than likely get absolutely annihilated. I wish I was being hyperbolic, I wish I was joking or doing a bit, but no, like, Freezeland is not a particularly enjoyable section of the game if you're not prepared for it. I feel like Freezeland is the bit of the game where it basically goes, hey, are you prepared for this? Because if you aren't, you are going to die. And honestly, I think I'm gonna risk it. I think I'm gonna risk it all and, like, go big or go home. I think I'm gonna have to go right for it. So, let's put the Digimushrooms away. And, do I need anything else? I want the rain plant. I can do that on my way there. Okay. I think we should be pretty good otherwise. Right, so, basically the plan for today's episode is to do a few things in Freezeland, but I have a couple of things I want to do before I go over there. So let's quickly talk to Palmon and get our food for today, because hey, we always need more food. Fantastic, thank you, Palmon. Have you heard? There's a strange plant growing in the tropical jungle. Oh, yeah, I planted a rain plant right there. It bears fruit every year around the 15th. You may take those. For what? I don't know why Tanimon asked that as a question, but hey, here we are. Okay, so basically there are two things I want to do today before I make my way over to Freezeland. Basically, they both require me going to the tropical jungle, one requires going to the ancient dino region. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way on over to the ancient dino region, then autopilot back, then walk back through the jungle. Mostly because I think that's probably the fastest way for me to do this. Key term, probably. It might not actually be, but it's probably my best bet, and hey, that's what I'm going to go for. So last time we also learned a move called Prominence Beam. So let's find out how powerful it is. So it had a base power of like 444, so I want to see how much damage it can do. And hopefully Birdramon will, you know, attack this Aruramon. No. There we go, it attacks. 931. That's kind of insane. Like, that is a massive chunk of damage. If I would just one-shot that thing. That blasted that... Like, if that wasn't, like, if they could just get kind of shot off screen, they would have just gone flying back into the jungle there. Okay, so while I'm here, I might as well fight a couple of other things. Mostly because I kind of just also need the money, I'm kind of dirt poor, and I am going to need all of the healing items and support that I can possibly get for Freezeland. Because, as previously stated, Freezeland is a violent section of the game. Honestly, I feel like I would need maybe another full in-game day of training to feel more confident, but I'm not going to waste my time with that. Although, realistically, if it's preventing me from getting absolutely annihilated, it probably isn't a waste of time, but hey, here we are. Okay, so, off we go, and Birdramon is now hungry. So, fantastic, let's feed Birdramon a little bit, as we can continue on with our day. So, basically, I have a few things I want to do today, and we will see benefit from all of them, and that is potentially massive. Orange banana. recovers HP and MP completely. That sounds like a fantastic item to have. And also, I put that in the... You know what? Let's fight this Muchomon. Why? Just because we can. And also because I need more money and I want to buy more healing items. Although, now that I think about it, I don't know when I gain access to it. I don't know when I gain access to just buying large recoveries, but I feel like those are going to start being more useful to me. Mostly because large recoveries heal... I want to say they heal 3 or 4,000. Okay, that Muchomon just got blasted entirely. Like, that's one of those things where... Okay, so, this may be showing my age a bit. Do you remember the old shooting stars meme? Where, like, someone would, like, start rolling and they'd just keep going and going and going? That's basically what just happened to Muchomon over there. Also, yes, I did see a Digimushroom at the top of the screen there. Yes, I chose to ignore it. Okay, so let's fight this Yanmamon. Let's grab some more money. 10 out of 10, me trying to get as much money as I can because I genuinely do not know if I'm ready for Freezeland. I've done all this training and I straight up do not know if I can win in Freezeland. That's how dangerous an area it is. And that was a pretty big shot, just one shot. To be totally honest, the Flame Tower was a little bit overkill. I do still wish I had access, like, I wish I'd trained the Brains stat just a little bit more. Like, if I trained the Brains stat some more, I think I would be able to at least kind of just tell it to use a specific move. Which, honestly, I think I would much rather have access to. Like, that's something I would quite like to have access to. Mostly just because it's like, well, that way I can conserve of MP if and when need be. And also, I can kind of just tell it, okay, only use AoE moves in the event that I get into a situation where I need to fight more than one Digimon at once. Fortunately for me, I don't plan on fighting anything in the Ancient Dino region, so we are good to go from here on out. However, if we could learn that Wind Cutter move, or whatever it's called, that'd be pretty nice. Do we learn it? No, we just get money. But hey, I will happily have 3,000 bits available. Now the question is, do I buy, like, 6? I could buy 6 medium recoveries, or I could buy, like, 30 small recoveries. Because ultimately, buying the small ones, ultimately, the maths works out that I'd have to use them more frequently, but ultimately they do recover more total. So, ultimately, that's probably for the best. But also, if I'm gonna get hit for like 600, but if I'm gonna get hit for like 600 or 700 at a time, then what's the point of doing so? Anyway, that is something for me to deal with when I actually, you know, get over there. For now, I'm just gonna try to dodge everything. And I will figure out the maths of my healing item situation once I get over there and return to the city. Because I think I also need to budget in another autopilot to get home again. Now then. Oh, also, while I'm here, I want to show Brachiomon, which is just over here. You heard this already. Time is slow here. Half a day here is like a day out there. For those who want to rest, it's perfect. Okay, so let's quickly, you know, give Birdramon some head pats and confirmation that it's a very good Digimon. Now, when I go back to the city, I'm also going to go quickly back to whatchamacallit. When I return to the city, I'm going to quickly get a Happy Mushroom out of the bank, because I have 2 of those. And mostly just because I want to make my Birdramon happy again. I don't know what the happiness stat actually does. I don't know if it affects... I don't know if it, like, affects in-battle performance or whatever. But I know that I would rather have my Digimon be happy than angry at me, so you know. Also, 10 out of 10, thank you Birdramon for working with me there, because I do not want to mess with a Birdramon. If I can avoid fighting a Birdramon, I will. And Birdramon just suddenly became happy with me, so I'm okay with that. Maybe it's because of where we are. Because I know that depending on what the Digimon is, it can have areas that it likes or dislikes being in. And I guess this being a kind of dinosaur area makes sense because Birdramon is, I guess, kind of dinosaur-y. Okay, so over here we have Nanimon. Huh? Who are you? Who am I? Who are you? And with that, Nanimon just runs away. He just leaves. I don't understand Nanimon. But I got a dimensional keychain. I can now carry 20 items. So my inventory space just doubled in an instant. Also, yes, I am fully aware that I'm saying I don't understand what the deal with Nanimon is, and I know that I'm pretty sure Nani in Japanese is just what. So yeah, that does check out. I think Nanimon is supposed to be, you know, just bafflingly confusing. I don't think you're supposed to understand it. Also, I feel like I should probably get some medicine as well, because I know for a fact that the Happy Mushroom can inflict the sickness status effect, which wouldn't be ideal, but hey, we'll see what happens. So let's grab the Happy Mushroom real quick. Also, yes, I do still have all of the access. I do have access to all of those stat boosting chips, but again, I want to keep those for later in the game. I want to keep those just in case I ever need them. Okay, and we didn't get sick. Fantastic. Also, I just realized I didn't need to do that at all because I got the happiness boost. Like, because we'd spent time in the ancient Dino region, Birdramon was becoming happy regardless. So, that was perhaps a very stupid decision on my part, but hey, here we are. Now, by the time I reach Freezeland, Birdramon will probably want to sleep as well. So I'm not too worried about resting and actually getting its health back and everything for now. So let's buy 3 of these. I will buy 3 of these, and I'll buy 7 of these. I know that I said I should buy an autopilot. I'm just gonna hope I can find one out in the world, or just walk back. If nothing else, I do feel somewhat confident in this game in my ability to kind of just navigate my way around, and without getting into fights. So, watch as I say that and then immediately fail at running from every single fight in the game. I mean, I say that there's one area coming up where I feel no level of confidence in actually dodging fights. It's almost to the point where they basically kind of feel like they're forced, but I know that they aren't. But hey, that is a future zone that I will talk about when I get to it. Because right now, we are going to go and get a Digimon to join the city that I probably could have gotten a good while ago, but because of my own kind of questionable decision-making, we couldn't. So, because we talked to Tanemon and have the rain plant, and basically talking to Tanemon about it is kind of the trigger that sets off this thing's spawn. So now that we've talked to Tanemon, it will appear here. Wow, interesting. It's sprouting. It moved a little bit. Is this the mysterious plant everyone's talking about? It's wilting. If I don't do anything, it'll die. Gonna use some items? Yes, we are. No, we aren't going to use that. We're going to use a rain plant. So, obviously, that makes it rain, which, obviously, you know, water helps plants grow, so... Hey, I'm Vegemon. What? A plant Digimon? By the way, do you like veggies? Why are you asking me about veggies? Well, yeah, I like them. Anyone who likes veggies must be a nice guy. Huh? Alright, I've decided. I'll come with you. What a persistent guy. Hey, wait! Well, then I won't come. Bye. Make up your mind. What do you want me to do? Why don't you come to the city and help us? Alright, sounds good. I've been here way too long. So with that, Vegemon goes to join the city. In just a second. There we go, that's the confirmation. So, Vegemon is a champion level Digimon, and he will be the final upgrade to the meat farm. Basically, Palmon will now go and sit in the last box next to Tanimon, and Vegemon will now run the meat farm for the remainder of the game. Because obviously it started with Tanimon giving us regular meat, then Palmon started it to become giant or large meat, but now that Vegemon is in charge, he will give sirloin, and we can get that every single day, just like we've been doing with the other ones. And sirloin is just the next step up. It's worth 3 weight, because regular meat's worth 1, giant meat's worth 2, sirloin is worth 3. And it's also very filling. And up to this point, it's a fairly rare item as well, so I'm very happy to have access to it. Now, just kind of on demand whenever. And obviously, I believe we can still buy it, but I think it costs a little more. I did not want to fight that Weedmon. I'm gonna... yeah, I'm gonna run from it. I'm gonna run from it because even though I know that Birdramon is... Yeah, we don't have the MP to fight this thing. Yeah, we definitely don't have the MP to fight this thing. I'm just gonna run from any fight I can until Birdramon needs to fall asleep. But looking at the in-game timer, that won't be too long anyway. But Birdramon now needs to go to the bathroom, so let's quickly give it the porta potty. Actually, you know what? While we're here, I'll just run back. I'll just run back. We can make it in time. I'll need to dodge a Weedmon again, but I feel like we can manage that. I feel like we can manage that. Especially when it's that far away. Fantastic. So now just run back, let Birdramon go to the bathroom, and now we can head on in to Freezeland. I mean, I say that, we're now like 2 screens away instead of 1, but still. Okay. Also, 10 out of 10, I like how Birdramon can just kind of still flap its wings through it and face no issues. However, Birdramon now needs to sleep, which isn't exactly ideal for me. That, like, I am a bit behind my in-game schedule for this, but I think it's for the best. Yeah, I'm gonna let Birdramon sleep. Just that way I'll be on full health, full MP, and we should be ready to go. So, thank you, Birdramon. You did good work today. You didn't really fight a whole lot, but, you know, the general companionship is always welcome. Okay, so now we're on the final screen of the Great Canyon, and, okay, so Nanimon, you know how I found Nanimon earlier in the Ancient Dino region? It can appear in a few other places. One of them is in Ugamon's fortress, and I know that there's 5 places Nanimon appears in, but I don't know exactly when and where they all are. I know that one of them is Ugamon's fortress, but I don't know if it's the second one, or the third, or the fourth, or what. And that is a scary Digimon to find out here. So those, I do not want to fight those. They are Snow Devimon. And they are Devimon, but they are snow-based. Their in-world explanation are that they are Devimon who had the coldest and cruelest of hearts. So, yeah, I do not want to fight them if I can avoid them. Mostly because they are very, very strong, from what I can recall. Like, them and one other thing are the things in this area that I do not want to mess with. You know what? I saw 2400 health. Maybe that's a lot easier to fight than I thought. I mean, either way, I still don't want to fight them, so, either way, I still want to avoid fighting them wherever possible, and this is also part of why I want to actually get into Freezeland before night. But hey, I guess I did kind of maybe go a little too hard on fighting a couple of things and wasted an hour or 2. But hey, it happens. It happens. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So hopefully we can get through Freezeland now without too much hassle. So in Freezeland there are 4 main types of wild Digimon that will appear. Snow Devimon I believe is only active during the night, but Snow Agumon and Snow Goburimon are active during the day as well. And there are also Hyugamon. Hyugamon are basically, hey, what if Ugamon was an ice type Digimon? And basically, this is detached from the main area of Freezeland, but you need a vaccine Digimon for it, so I want to get it done now rather than later. This is the Ice Sanctuary, and it's one of my favourite areas in the game. Wow, it looks alive. Actually, it starts to move when we move. Hold on. Now, if we try to leave... what is a Birdramon? Did he find anything? So we find a secret path beneath the altar. Because, obviously, well, you know, you've got to find something in the, you know, very strange ice church. And, I'll be honest, I love the music in this zone so much. Like, I like the base area music here, but I'm just waiting for the Icemon to move. Basically, I just love the music in here because it's so just serene. Like, it's so serene, it's so calming, it's so peaceful. Like, it sounds like, well, the music of a sanctuary. Like, you know, it's a place of healing, a place of being safe. And I think it's genuinely just a fantastic piece of music. And there is a training room in here. Okay, you know what? While we're here, let's get a little bit of training in. Why not? Like, I guess I'll get up to 250 defense. And yeah, sure, why not? I fail to see where the issue is. Like, hey, I can get some more training in. And, okay, we can also get a little bit of health going as well. So that's nearly... Okay, now Birdramon needs to go to the bathroom. You know what? I also don't... Because there's Digimon, I'm gonna probably have to fight in here. I probably shouldn't wear Birdramon out. So I will... I'll call it a day on the training here. Because I know that I'm gonna have to fight a few things in here. But the stat gains were better than what we were getting at the Green Gym. I mean, obviously, I know that there's upgrades I can get to the Green Gym later, but for now, yeah, that's actually pretty good. Now, I want to dodge that Snow Marimon, and we also want to hang on over here, because this is where we need to go. This secret corridor, which is actually the way to go deeper into the Ice Sanctuary. And I want to be... that's a Garurumon, or two. And personally, I would quite like to dodge these Garurumons, because Garurumon could be potentially dangerous. Okay, so we found Omni Floppy and an Omni Disc. Yeah, that's a Garurumon, but we managed to dodge it just in time. Fantastic. Now, let's go through here. Fantastic. Honestly, I was a little bit worried about that, but hey, we lived, we made it through. And that is a Hyugamon. And it looks like I am basically in a situation where I have to fight it to move on. Like, straight up, it looks like I need to fight this thing. Yeah, okay. I think I probably could have snuck past it there, but I got caught on the wall for a second. Okay, we're gonna have to fight this Hyugamon to move on. I mean, realistically, this looks like a really narrow pathway. Like, with how narrow a path this is, this honestly looks like a required battle. Okay, 554 or damage. Few more of those and we just get rid of this Hyugamon. And I imagine Hyugamon probably drops decent money when we take it out. And because it has good stats, like, it's a strong Digimon. Like, it's definitely a strong Digimon. And, you know what, while I'm here, small recovery! I have a whole bunch of them, and that Ice Shard move is going to be a nightmare to deal with, I can just tell. Like, that Ice Shard comes out so fast. Also, I need Birdramon to just attack. I need it to stop kind of just, like, floating around and just kind of facing backwards, and I need it to just attack. Because I'm going to just get absolutely annihilated if I don't get to do it this way. Like, if I don't get to fight properly, if I just take 3 hits, I'm gonna lose. I mean, if I, you know, constantly get hit and all my moves get blocked as well, that's also pretty bad for me. That's pretty bad. That's really bad, in fact. Okay, I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna heal one more time, and hopefully we can just dodge around and stuff. I'm kind of glad I put more points into defense because this is going horribly wrong. Okay, Okay, he really got some range on that one. Fortunately, Meteor Wing should be enough to finish him off here. And I will use a small recovery. 10 out of 10. We take out that Hyugamon. Fantastic. I used a lot more healing items in that one fight than I would like, but hey, we won. We won, so I guess that's a win. Right, let's move on. Oh, Birdramon's hungry again, so let's give him some food real quick. Let's give him some giant meat, and also a Digimushroom, because he won that fight. So I still have plenty of healing items available, but I am just a little bit worried about how that fight with the Hyugamon just went. And that is another one. And that looked like the paws of a Garurumon there as well. Can I get past them both? I probably can't. I think I have to fight them both. And I'd rather fight them one at a time than 2-on-1. I feel like the 2v1 is actually just asking to die. So, yeah, I'm going to avoid the 2v1 where possible, because I feel like choosing a 2v1 is inevitably going to go badly for me. However, if I'm getting hit by this constantly, and I just got worried for a second because I genuinely didn't know where the MP restoring items were. So let's sort by battle. This is going terribly, terribly wrong for me. Okay, I need Birdramon to attack. Okay. We have range. We have range and we got a big hit in there. Also, oh, come on. We got hit by the very edge of that. That's annoying. You know, I'm also starting to realize is that, like, hey, that Ice Shard move, just like in Pokemon, it comes out super fast. Like, it seems to have priority. Well, it doesn't have... Like, I think this thing just has two very fast-moving attacks, and I don't have the defend option yet. Like, I don't have the defend option because the brain's stat isn't high enough. My Digimon is not smart enough for me to be able to tell it to block. Okay, hopefully that kills. No? Hopefully we block that. You know, I put points into its defense stat and it just doesn't block. Anyway, hopefully that'll do a lot and maybe even finish it off. Not quite, but it's nearly there. We just have to hit it one more time. 10 out of 10, there goes Hyugamon. So that's 2 Hyugamon beat back to back. Well, that was stressful, wasn't it? Okay, so we managed to win that fight, and we got another 1,200 bits. Although this seems like a very kind of single file kind of area. Maybe this is like a little boss rush. However, can I bait this Garurumon? Like, if I can bait this Garurumon and I can just run past it, that would be amazing. Like, if I can just bait the Garurumon and then just kind of quickly get past it, that would be fantastic for me. Like, I would love to be able to just navigate my way past it. Okay, 10 out of 10. We dodged the Garurumon. Go, Birdramon. Go, 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 go. 10 out of 10, we dodged the Garurumon. I feel like I was probably supposed to fight it, but hey. I will take my wins where I can get them. And we get some medicine. I'm going to wait for that Icemon to either just walk away. Because it's going to just kind of stand around me by the looks of things. Okay, now I can just loop around it and go up to the top right again. Fantastic. We made it. Okay, so what do we have in here? This looks like it would be the final area. Okay, we find a large MP. And a super recovery. Okay. And there's just a glowing light there. So something tells me that I definitely have to win a fight in here. Like, this definitely seems like a kind of danger fight zone. So what I'm gonna do is... maybe I take Prominence Beam off? I'll take Fire Tower off, and I'll put Heat Laser on, and hopefully we can win. However, I am a little bit worried, so I'm going to use the orange banana straight away, just right now, out to get me back up to what should be full HP and MP, if the game is to be believed. That was not full HP and full MP, but okay, game. Unless I can just sneak through this little gap. Can I? I cannot, okay. It looked like I could, but I definitely need to fight this. Like, this looks, like, that pulsing ball looks like an objective. I feel like I need to get whatever that is. Okay, that ice shard, like, hey, my best bet of winning here is if these guys are all hitting each other. Because, realistically, sometimes that is your best bet in this game. It's like, hey, they were hitting each other, big win for me. Because, realistically, friendly fire among the enemies can be your best friend in this game. Because, realistically, these guys can do a lot of damage, and they can do a lot of damage very fast, because there's 2 Hyugamon. Okay. Honestly, taking that 66 damage little jab was very good for me there. However, I am definitely going to have to throw out the heal real quick. So we go back up to 2500. And that didn't do very much. That prominence beam didn't seem to work. But hey, let's keep going on here. If nothing else. Okay, I'm nearly at a point where I can use Meteor Wing. But we are still kind of just getting beaten up a little bit. And Birdramon has decided it just doesn't seem to want to attack or move or work with me. Okay, I'm going to use a double flop to heal both stats up a bit. And now, I'm going to hope for the best with Meteor Wing. Hopefully I can get this out in time and it can do a ton of damage to something. In an ideal world, one of the Hyugamon. Okay, that hits one Hyugamon. And it's nearly down. If I can hit that Hyugamon one more time, it's out. Like, that Hyugamon is just about done. And honestly, what? Okay, look, I know that the confusion status element is a thing, but what are you aiming for there, Birdramon? Come on. Okay, I took like 80 damage from that, but they just bounced into each other for like 700. Okay, I have to use the Omni Floppy to heal this now. I have to use the Omni Floppy to heal the stats and get rid of the confusion status effect. Okay, if, like, I know that I'm close to taking these out though. Okay. Yeah, one of these Hyugamons is nearly dead. It's on 639 health. And it just had to block its own buddy's attack. However, I am not getting any offense in. I have to use the large recovery here. Yeah, to just get my stats back. But I'm not getting any offense in anymore. Like this has been all them for like the last minute now, and I've had nothing. Like, I've had no offense in yet. However, if I could get Heat Laser to come out, that could be potentially massive. We are so close to winning, but I'm also so close to being completely out of healing options. Okay. Okay, Prominence Beam. Nearly. If I could get Heat Laser to come out... Like... Okay, if I get a good Heat Laser, I actually just wipe them all out here. Okay, Prominence Beam doesn't quite kill, but okay. I win. I definitely win in now. I absolutely win this. There's no way I lose. I suddenly lose. Okay, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use a Super Restore. That was absolutely overkill. I shouldn't have needed to do that, but I feel like it was ultimately necessary. That should kill, and now I just need to get one hit. I need to get one hit, and I win. 10 out of 10. It took all of our healing items, it took a stupid amount of effort, but we managed to win that fight. I kind of feel like I maybe would have been better off losing. But hey, we got a nice chunk of money, if nothing else. And hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to just buy those super good items. But with that, I can hopefully pick up whatever this is. Oh, it's so blinding. He who seeks my help, the time has come. I give you the blessings of my wings. What the? Where? Whose voice? Ugh. What was that? The light's gone. There's nothing else here. That means it's above. Okay, so with that, let's head back on out. Let's head back on out and hopefully not have to fight a Hyogamon ever again. Or at least, not have to fight a 3v1 for a little while. Now, is this where I need to be? Does this take me to the right place? It certainly seems like it. And the statue is gone. So, now I guess we just try to leave? I don't think that was meant to happen. Let's go back in. Let's go back in. Maybe I just need to go down... Maybe I need to go, like, down the stairs and then come back up and maybe then it'll happen. Anyway, let's find out, because we should be nearly done. This should be the end of the Ice Sanctuary, which, honestly, is a gigantic load of mental strain off me, because, honestly, this bit was very stressful. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, about the statue. It's gone. Ah. Phew. Well, you came back to life, alright? I'm Angemon, an angel to protect you. I've awakened to fulfill my duty. What's he talking about? I know the truth of heaven. I offer my soul to follow earthly instructions. What's he talking about? Are you coming to the city? Thy mission is mine duty. I go. I'm sorry, but can you speak in words I understand? I'll go to the city, so you must keep trying. I see. Thanks. Okay, so, with that, Angemon joins the city. Now, also that made it look like Birdramon was just kind of like biting my head for a bit. Anyway, so, with that, Angemon joins the city. Angemon is a champion level Digimon, and I don't actually remember what he does. I think he upgrades Gigimon's house and will tell you about other Digimon you can recruit, but I would need to actually double check before I add the little note. So I might be wrong on that. I might be right. Who knows? I'll have the correct information by the time this episode actually goes up. I'll have it in the little note for him. Okay, and I do not want to fight another Hyogamon, buddy. Go away. Go away, Hyogamon. Like, Hyogamon, go away. I never want to see another Hyogamon ever again. Okay, so, here's the thing. I say that. I say I never want to see another Hyogamon ever again. There's a certain level of annoyance that this will come with, because in the next area after Freezeland, there is another type of Ugamon, and it's not... like, you get a third type of Ugamon. And because Ugamon itself is just... it's a one and done, it's a unique enemy. Like, it's a unique Digimon. But Hyogamon and another that we'll see later in the game are just like the kind of wild encounter versions. Now then, that's another Hyogamon. That's also another Hyogamon. Now then, I do not remember where to go here. Also, I like how that one's kind of like guarding that sign. Okay, so if I recall correctly, there are 3 Digimon I can get here, and two of them, actually all of them, are kind of annoying to get. And one requires a bit of RNG or just good item luck. One requires playing a little mini-game, and the others I am just dreadfully unprepared for with my current item status and current health. So, let's have... oh, that's just an electrical socket, never mind. Never mind, false alarm, that's just an electrical socket. Okay, so, over here we have Penguinmon, and I'm gonna quickly talk to him. Hey, do you want to play a match with me? If you win, I'll do whatever you say. What kind of match? What I call Digimon curling. I'll tell you more inside. What happens if I lose? Nothing the first time, but the next time you have to give me a fish first. But if I win, you come to the city with me, okay? Then let's do it. Alright, that's fine. Let's go inside. So, I now get to play a mini game of curling. So we have to play curling against Penguinmon. And I remember liking this, but I also remember being terrible at it. Okay. So, first of all, please choose your curling stone. There's heavy, medium, and light ones, so think about the best order to use them. Some stones have 4 pegs. They stick to where they land and can become very useful. Okay. Move the directional pad left and right to choose the direction of your throw. Move the screen up or down with the directional pad. Use X to select the throw direction. Press X when the power gauge reaches the desired level to pick the throw strength. The power gauge, apparently. And then you just throw the thing, and hopefully score some points. But you don't want to throw it too hard. Oh, okay, it can bounce back, so it won't go over. If your curling stone lands and touches the good mark, you get 2 points. And if you get it on the blue line but outside the set a good mark, 1 point. If you touch the bad point on the right side, you'll lose 2 points, so be careful. And in the case of a tie, I win. Okay, so if we get a tie, we lose. Also, Birdramon, can you, like, not be, like, you know, chomping on my head at all times, please? Okay, so let's aim for the middle. And go there. Do I overshoot that? I definitely overshoot that just a little bit. But it's enough to get me a point. I mean, Penguinmon will definitely be able to kind of just shoot it out. Like, Penguinmon will be able to very easily just hit it out. Okay, here we go. So, fun fact, when I was a kid, the first time I ever tried this, I managed it first try. I never managed it first try ever again after that. And that... Oh, that is dastardly, actually. Hold on. Because he's won, like, he's at 1-1. Oh, why is he throwing 2 in a row? Do we go, like, snake order, I guess? And that's going to go on for good. Man, Penguinmon is good at this. Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to use my heavy one to try to potentially shove his out of the way. Although this could backfire horribly for me. That didn't backfire quite as horribly as I thought, but it still wasn't good. Let's use this one now. Actually, no, wait. Let me go back. Game, let me go back. Okay, so if I just wait that out, I can cancel it. Okay, I guess I can't. Okay. So, let's go here and there. That's an overshoot, I think. No, no, it's slowing down. It's stopping. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's not quite as good. But hey, we're currently in the lead. No, wait, we're tied. So I'm currently losing, okay. However, I am learning that if you knock them out, then apparently they don't lose the points, by the looks of it. And he just doubled his points total to 4. That's pretty bad for me. I guess I go here and just hit him as hard as I possibly... Actually, what if I do it this way? What if I just throw this as hard as I possibly can? Well, that plan failed miserably, so I think it's safe to say I'm not winning this first try, which means we will have to come back to Freezeland and do a bit more Digimon curling at another time, because we are losing pretty horribly here. that is violence. I think I just oh, wow. Okay, so... it's visible last chance, so I'm just gonna full send it. And just, like, max power, just throw it as hard as I possibly can. I mean... it's a slight comeback, but I still lose, like, outright. Like, I think I'm still losing. Yeah, at best I can get a draw. Like, at best I can get a draw now, unless he somehow hits bad with that. And I don't see a world in which he manages to do that. Yeah, I think I lose. Come on, really? Yeah, that's a draw, so I lose, and I have to come back at a later time with a fish to play again. Basically, that is you get one shot for free. Sorry, bro, come back again and to challenge me, and don't forget to bring a fish. So basically, now I can't try that again until way later in the game when I have a fishing rod and have done some fishing. So I have to do fishing mini-games in order to try that again. This is going to be a disaster. Because this shouldn't come as a surprise, I'm garbage at fishing mini-games. Also, hey Mojamon, how you doing? Hi, I'm Mojamon. I'm a collector. If you got the thing I want, I'll trade for it. What'll you give me? Okay, so pretty much you can, basically you need to do trades. I think there's 3 Mojamons and they all have 3 different items that they want. And I need to get all 9 of them. Like, I need to do all 9 trades and then Mojamon joins the city. I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So let's go off this way, and basically I'm just going to play until, until Birdramon wants to sleep. Then I'll end off today's episode. No Birdramon, I don't really want to fight you. What part I don't really want to fight you? Did you just completely skip over there, Birdramon? Like, buddy, if you want the hands, then fine, but, buddy. Oh, you have 2,300 health, that ain't worth it. Like, that ain't worth it. That'll take ages. That'll be like 4 hits. That's like 4 prominence beams, that's effort. Okay, so... oh, yeah, right, I had literally gone onto that screen for all of like 2 seconds. What was I worried about? And apparently we also have ice mushroom now. Like, we found an ice mushroom. Oh, and Birdramon needs to go to the bathroom, and I don't think I have any porta potties left. Oh, I have one. I have one. Never mind. False alarm. False alarm, everyone. False alarm. Birdramon, now is not the time. Like, this has been a bad episode for Birdramon's discipline and stuff, I think. But honestly, I have used and wasted so many items and stuff. I mean, I don't think I can really call it wasting them, because I did manage to clear out the ice sanctuary. And that's a danger zone. Like, that is a scary place to be. Okay, so what does this Mojamon want? Mojamon Collector want giant meat for an autopilot. Man, that would have been great, because I just had one. I just had that until like 30 seconds ago. If only I didn't care enough about my Digimon to feed them. Because I would have just had an autopilot to get right back home instantly. But no, that's on me. That is on me and my questionable decision making. Okay, so what does this Mojamon want? Medium recovery for a special defense disc? No, I'll keep a hold of what I currently have, thanks. Because I know that I'm still going to need them, because I still have a few more things to do. But Birdramon wants to sleep, so I'm going to end off today's episode here. So today we managed to find Nanimon, increase our inventory size, and we also found Vegemon, and he joined the city. Then we went to the Ice Sanctuary and rescued Angemon, who joined the city as well. And then we lost at curling against Penguinmon, and then, yeah. We lost at curling against Penguinmon, so I'll have to do that at another time. So I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time again for more Digimon World. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.